Vault Funder is a relatively new player in the prop firm space. Based in South Africa with offices in Cape Town and Port Elizabeth, is Vault Funder a prop firm that you can trust in 2024? Let's find out. How's it, folks? Welcome to Forex Insights SA. I'm Ed Cat, a prop firm funded trader, and today we're going to be reviewing Vault Funder. So, Vault Funder, very new prop firm in the prop firm space, only first coming out last year in 2023. It's currently being run by Chris Dix, who is their Deputy Information Officer. Chris is based in Port Elizabeth. He's a very popular trader down here. Full disclosure, he's a really good acquaintance of mine. I've met him a couple of times. Me and him get along pretty well. Seems like a stand-up guy. But does Vault Funder stand up to the test? Well, let's do a little bit of a deep dive. Okay, so let's get on to the actual challenge conditions themselves. So the really cool thing about Vault Funder is they have USD accounts as well as South African Rand accounts as well. Your USD accounts are pretty stock standard. They have their 5, 10, 25, 50, and 100K accounts. Now, there are a lot of prop firms who do offer larger account sizes. I've seen prop firms with 200, 300, even as much as 600K in account sizes, but 100K is the beginnings of your big boy account sizes. So not a bad place to start or diversify into your portfolio. Now, the South African accounts are basically the US dollar equivalent of their other accounts. 60, 140, 550, 1 mil, and 2 mil. It's not a perfect 1:1 ratio because of the ever-changing exchange rate, but these accounts are pretty much equivalent to their USD accounts. Now, what's nice about Vault Funder is they do have an unlimited trading period in order to pass your phase 1 and phase 2, which a lot of other prop firms have moved towards in recent times. You do have a 5-day minimum, so you have to have 5 trading days in each phase in order for you to pass the account. So if you pass this account for phase 1 or phase 2 in one trade, your first trade placed, you are going to need to have another 4 days of trading in order to fully pass the challenge. A little bit annoying. A lot of other prop firms have moved away from this. They're still keeping to it, but it is what it is. It's not the worst rule. This was stock standard not too long ago in the prop firm space. Their leverage is pretty decent, 1:100, and an add-on of 1:200, I think, for an additional fee. So if you're the type of trader who likes to full port, grow or blow the account, you will be able to do some damage with this leverage level. Now, the cool thing here, their gain target is 10%, which is pretty stock standard for most prop firms right now. A max loss of 10%, and then a daily loss limit of 5%. Pretty stock standard, nothing to complain about there. The cool thing that they do have, though, is they do allow for expert advisors or trading bots. So these are allowed on their platform. So you can have a bot trade for you and make your money for you. We'll do some reviews on some trading bots down the road. Drawdown type, equity and balanced based. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of an equity and balanced based drawdown. I prefer a balanced based drawdown myself, but it is pretty stock standard for a lot of the prop firms in the industry to have this type of drawdown type. Gain split is 80%. So once you've passed your phase 1 and you've passed your phase 2, you are then entitled to 80% of the profits once you are funded. They do have a add-on for an additional fee to do up to 90%, which is quite cool. A lot of the other prop firms work similarly. 80 to 90% seems to be the sweet spot for most prop firms in terms of the split that you get to take home. Your first withdrawal is after 30 days. So once you've passed the account, after you've placed your first trade while funded, you are allowed to take a withdrawal 30 days after that trade. It is a little bit long. There are some prop firms with certain evaluations where they are as quick as 1 week or 2 weeks. So 30 days can feel a little bit extended, but once you've gotten your first withdrawal, it is bi-weekly or bi-monthly thereafter. Vault Funder is reasonably priced. Their 60K account is 920 Rand, which is refundable upon your first payout after you've passed the challenge. So if you pass the challenge, you'll get that 920 back. If you do not pass the challenge, you forfeit that fee. So that's their 60K. Their 2 mil account is priced at 11,600 Rand, which a little bit on the pricier side I've seen of some prop firms. But if you're looking at the best of the best, the most regulated, the most trustworthy platforms to trade with, then these prices are round about what you can expect. So similarly, $5,000 account is at $60, and their 100K account is at $550. Again, pretty close in the conversion between rands and dollars there. Moving on to some of Vault Funder's more unique features. So Vault Funder only has the 2-phase account, meaning you need to do a phase 1, phase 2, pass both of those, be funded in phase 3. There are other prop firms who have a one-step challenge, a instant funding type account. Vault Funder, you have the 2 phases, but they do have some unique perks of their own. So they do offer scaling. So even though the biggest account size you can get is the 100K US dollar account or the 2 million Rand account, you do have the option of scaling your account up to $1 million or 18 million Rand. And how you go about scaling that is you have to achieve a 10-month profit over a 3-month period with at least 3 payouts to have achieved that. Once you achieve that, you're able to get an additional 25% onto your account. So it's a really good scaling plan, pretty stock standard for the prop firms that do offer scaling plans, which is quite cool. Like I said earlier, you are allowed EAs and bots on the account. So if you are someone who wants to diversify their account portfolios, have a couple bots train them for you, this is possible with Vault Funder. It's not possible in all prop firms, all accounts, but this is something that they offer. And you can trade in pretty much any country with just a select few exceptions being Cuba, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, North Korea, Libya, Sudan, and Somalia. So if you're a US-based trader who's been having a couple issues in the prop firm space right now, Vault Funder could be a nice solution for you. So overall, with their unique features, pretty stock standard for what's acceptable in the industry right now, so no complaints there. So last but not least, let's go on to the trading conditions themselves. So Vault Funder uses Vault Markets as their broker and liquidity provider. So Vault Markets been in the game for a little bit longer, tried and tested, not the best of the best in terms of brokerages, but not the worst either. Their commissions are pretty fair on their challenges, being lowest on their commodities and indices. Their spreads, as you can see here, being about 1 to 2 pips on their majors, spreads next to 0 on their commodities and indices as well. And the plus with Vault Funder is if you're a fan of MT4 and MT5, those are still the preferred trading platforms on Vault Funder. Unlike a lot of other prop firms who've had to migrate onto DXTrade and CTrader after MetaQuote's pulling out of North America, it is still available here for the South African-based prop firm. And so the last feather in Vault Funder's cap is that Chris Dix and his partner Keegan Van Dijk have a daily stream called 2G's Trading. You can find it here on YouTube. The link will be down below. And they host podcasts and live trading sessions for London and New York. So it's very seldomly we get the person running a prop firm being that open with the public. You're able to interact with them, trade with them, ask them questions, give them criticism on a daily basis. So that helps add a layer of transparency onto Vault Funder and what they're doing, because Chris is very accessible, which is something I do like about this prop firm. So overall, I'm going to give Vault Funder 3.5 bullish candles out of 5, edging towards that 4th, call it a bit of a doji. Reason being is they're relatively new in the prop firm space, and anything new in the prop firm space should have an air of caution about it. But they are very open and transparent. Like I said, they have daily live streams where you can talk to Chris directly and air any kind of concerns or questions his way. And so far, they have not denied a single payout on their platform. So Vault Funder looks like a safe-ish bet going into 2024 in the prop firm space. I would love to hear from you. What do you think? Go ahead and comment it down below in the comment section. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to this channel where we'll be reviewing more prop firms, reviewing signal groups, mentorships, and everything in between. I've been Ed Cat. This is Forex Insights SA, and I will see you in the next one.